Sean Diddy Combs took to Instagram to apologize for physically assaulting then-girlfriend singer Cassie Ventura in 2016. Here's what he had to say.
I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
Now, the apology comes 2 days after CNN released shocking footage of the assault. So, what did you think when you were watching his apology?
Well, first, I mean, I did watch the video of the assault, and even without sound, it is absolutely terrifying. And I've never actually seen that kind of rage up close and personal, and I've certainly never felt that kind of rage, I don't think, in my life. So it was really, really hard to watch. And then the apology, I mean, I'm sorry. That was too little too late. Like, let's not forget that this man weeks ago, months ago, when the allegations first came out, was like denying it.
Yeah.
Saying, even when
Just
there were
weeks ago.
several allegations coming forward, it was all about, no, people are looking for money, no, 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 no. So it wasn't until this video came out that he felt compelled to do this. So right out of the gate, but the apology in and of itself fell short. Even though he says he's not making excuses, he was. And I think he missed an opportunity to really also speak to other men and talking about how not to get to this place ever, and that why it's not okay. So to me, it was a fail all around.
Yeah.
Fail.
What do you think, Josie?
Well, I agree with obviously everything Cynthia said. I do want to mention one thing, even though I want to have empathy for, I mean, I have all the empathy for victims. I have to remember there is a cycle of abuse, so I do wonder what 6-year-old Sean Combs went through. That's just me as a person, I think about it, but I have no sympathy for him at all. I was in New York 10 years ago, and I was on Broadview Avenue and Broadway, excuse me, Broadway, and there was a car parked in the middle of Broadway. Think right north of Times Square. And I remember saying, like, who is that? And they were like, that's Diddy's car. I'm like, how does Diddy have a parking spot right there on the busiest street in the world? And they said, because he has power. He has given so much money to this community. And I think, oh my gosh, if this guy has that kind of power, he is used to getting his way. He's used to just giving an apology and people being like, oh yeah, it's okay. And it's time to, it's gotta stop.
I just think we train them. I feel like that's exactly right, like money, but I think we're training celebrities to think that that's okay behavior. And I think that we can actually have the power. We're in a place now that we have power within our social media. So stop listening to his music. When you hear his song, call the radio station saying, please don't do that anymore.
I don't think you're going to hear his music for a long time.
I just think like we have the power to actually step up and talk about this and not allow this to happen. Because for me, that apology was all about him. He was saying, that was disgusting. I was disgusting. What about her? I didn't hear one moment about that. And to me, that's just atrocious.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You make a really good point that I totally agree with. When I was listening to it, it never felt like he was talking to Cassie and the other victims. It felt like he was talking to all of the people that he's let down, like his teenage daughters. He has 3 daughters and he has 2 sons. His mother, all the people who stood behind him, all the people he's told, this is all false, this is all lies, they're trying to take me down. He's apologizing to those people, but you're right, it didn't feel like he was speaking to the victims. But really and truly, when I'm listening to this, I'm thinking about one person, and that is Cassie Ventura, the girl who, when they met, she was 19 and he was 37. She was just signed to his label. She had 2 hit songs. He found her on MySpace, and shortly after that business relationship started, they started a decades-long relationship. And when I watched that video, I think, what else, I'm trying not to cry, did this young woman go through in those 10 years?
Yes.
If this is what he'll do in public, on the floor, in a hotel, a public space, what did she go through privately that we don't know? And at the same time, how hard it would have been for her to have this larger-than-life personality that everybody loved. He was on Ellen, he was on all the shows, he's calling himself Love, I'm Puff, I'm Diddy. We're all dancing to his music, and she was going through a private hell. And I'm sure she probably never thought that there would be a day where he would have to apologize or pay for what he did. So I'm just thinking about her, and I'm also thinking about all the women who might be in a similar situation to look at this and be like, you can move past this. There's life after this. If Cassie can get out of this, so can you. So I'm hoping that all the women who are out there in these types of situations take some solace in that.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.